Hello, everybody, and welcome to Normal World. It's Tuesday.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, yeah. I'm Dave Landau, and I'm joined by...
Black Garrett and...
Angela.
Yeah.
What?
We hope you all had a splendid Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I hope you're all full of turkey and leftover stuffing.
And blocking a parade with your anti-Jew friends.
That one as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who didn't do that?
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's what you want to do.
Tradition.
Is ruin a parade for people
It's great.
who don't care or get what they're doing. It doesn't matter.
You know.
Anyway, go Palestine.
Do that. Thanks for liking and subscribing and watching the show all the way through. I know you guys that do, and we appreciate you.
That's right.
Right.
Where can we find you besides here?
Nega Garrett and my channel, Black Garrett. I do stuff on the internet, if you didn't know. So thank you for subscribing over there.
And what about you, Angela?
I'm on Angela Does Horror on YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Dropped a Thanksgiving video.
You did.
Yeah. Dropped it right on the floor.
There you go.
Dave?
Me, this weekend I will be at Visani's in Port Charlotte, Florida, and then you can also see me January 8th. It's going to be me and Alex Stein at Hyenas right here in Dallas. Come out to the show. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be fun.
It's going to be good. Out of control.
I know. I can't wait. It's going to be really fun.
So long from now. Gotta wait.
I know. You got to wait almost a month or and a half. I don't know what day it is.
It's a late Christmas gift.
That's right. And joining us tonight, December 20 through 21, he will be at Laugh Out Loud in Winter Haven, Florida, and January 9th at Bay Mills Casino in Brimley, Michigan. Good God. Please welcome Derek Richards.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. Thank you for shitting on the gig up in the Upper Peninsula. Appreciate that.
But you know what we should bring up?
Oh,
The first man to have a special on Blaze TV,
Yes.
wow.
Derek Richards.
Yes.
Finally.
Thank
Somebody
you.
paying you.
That was fun. It was fun being actually at Brad Garrett's club in Las Vegas when the special dropped.
Dude, and how did you get him to record the video?
Yeah.
It was great. I told him that if he didn't do it, I would, based on your recommendation, to remind him that he did the pacifier with Vin Diesel.
Yeah, he did.
And he was dying laughing.
Good. I'm glad you reiterated my message.
Oh, it was so funny. He goes, you know what? He goes, you should have told me that if I said no. After you recorded it, I told him, I said, well, if you didn't do it, Dave said to mention this, and he was dying laughing. He had some great stories to share about that.
And did you pay him back? He did say you owed him money.
I got a little bit here and there, you know.
When you
It's
can.
a long game.
Yeah.
He wears very expensive suits.
That's true.
You can tell. He doesn't need it.
No.
He's got the Barone money.
He's got that Raymond money.
That's
Yeah,
true.
dude.
Residuals.
Mm-hmm.
Still pay? Residuals still pay for that?
yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
feel like everybody loves Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, that's the #1 sitcom ever. So it's not just, no, I'm serious.
Seriously.
For real?
Yeah.
That's
Ever for Seinfeld?
On the planet.
Globally, yeah.
What? That's
It's because everybody
insane.
hates their in-laws.
Yep.
Everyone can relate to
I do like that show.
overpowering, in-laws.
So you wouldn't expect it to be necessarily,
Right.
But it's like, because it's globally, like Italy, all these other places where they watch it, it's massive.
That's crazy.
So yeah, he gets, I mean, he's getting Friends type residuals,
Good for him.
ketamine and hot tubs.
Everything. The world. I could say.
What did you do for Thanksgiving?
I was in Vegas. Had a very untraditional Thanksgiving. My girlfriend flew out there, and we ended up doing a steak.
Ooh.
Did a steak dinner at the MGM, and then went and saw Mad Apple, the Cirque show over at New York, where Paul Ogata is the comedian.
He opens that?
now. He's in the middle.
Love
He's like
Paul.
a 15-minute spot. He's fantastic, funny as hell, and he's out there. He's got like 5 months booked this next year over there.
Doing Cirque?
Yeah, it's doing a comedy act in the middle of the Cirque show. Kind of gives them a break.
Like while they're going, or they're like, "Hey, see you guys in 15."
Yeah.
And then,
Just gives the performers a break. And it's so funny because he comes up, it's as a comedian, to see him in this situation where he comes up through the floor with the haze and the smoke and everything, and he's just a little Asian guy.
I know, he's my height. It won't
He's
take long.
hilarious. It's so funny. But he hooked us up with some great seats. We're like right there in the second row. The show's fantastic. Highly recommended.
Dude, I'm sure. I went to one Cirque show and I was like, this is amazing. That and, what was it called? Absinthe?
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Absinthe is fantastic.
Insanity.
I've never been to any of these. I need to go next time I go. I've been to Vegas like every year in the last 5 years. I've not gone to.
I'd recommend Absinthe, which is over at Caesars.
Yeah,
and also Mad Apple at New York.
Yeah, dude.
Highly
Rumble
recommend.
Down Under.
Take mushrooms. I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
But dude, take mushrooms.
All right.
I think Garrett
seems
would
like-
yeah.
Like in motion.
You would
I
You're
feel
enjoy
gonna
it.
love
probably.
it, dude. I would totally take mushrooms if I still did drugs.
Never
go
done
see
mushrooms,
Absinthe
but that might be
and
the
Mad
time.
Apple. Yeah,
dude, for
yeah.
sure.
True.
Did you know that mushrooms are the whole point behind like Christmas trees?
What?
Explain.
I learned this whole
Explain.
thing.
Go on, please.
Okay, you have to look up the kind of mushroom, but
Okay.
there was a kind of mushroom that was red and white, hence
Oh yeah.
Santa's costume, right?
Oh.
And the thing is they would grow in this part of the world underneath pine trees, and they would make people kind of messed up. Reindeers would eat.
Seeing elves.
Okay.
So what they would do is when they needed to eat something or get them, they were given as gifts, and the snow would get so high, the way that they would get to each house was to take these mushrooms that were red and white and put them down the chimney.
What?
Yeah, because that's how they would drop them through. That's why they were presents. And
Yeah.
the reason why they say reindeers fly is because they were high on mushrooms and they thought the reindeers were flying. This is
They're higher.
I'm
It's
looking it
higher.
up right now. They put it in the hole in the ceiling of the
Wow.
hut, not because of the chimney, but because it was snowed in around it. So it's the only
Right.
place they could drop it in.
Yeah.
And they look like they're flying because they're above your house, and you're seeing them like.
So all these mushrooms that were red and white that Santa would wear, and then people would dress like, the mushrooms to go deliver the mushrooms. What? This is the entire thing behind why there is a tree on Christmas and gifts under it and reindeer fly is all thanks to magic mushrooms.
And
This just sounds like something that you were told in
Great.
prison during one of your stays.
Dude,
from
I know.
Looking
For an excuse.
and flying witches too.
Oh, they had witches too?
Well, okay, so witches used to use this like salve that was made of psilocybin or
Mushrooms or
mushrooms,
something,
yeah.
hallucinogenic
active,
salve.
yeah.
And they would put it on the end of a broomstick, and they would apply it vaginally.
okay.
And so that's why witches are always depicted flying on a broomstick.
I'm a
while they're
witch?
sitting on it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't know that
Gives you a
though.
whole different feeling on Harry
it's
Potter.
all
you know?
about drugs.
Everything, that's why,
It all goes back to psilocybin mushrooms, man. That's how civilization was formed.
that's crazy though. It's like you think it's gifts and you talk about like Saint Nick. I'm not saying that he's
There's also that, you
not
mix
real.
them. You mix them.
son. Yeah. Saint Nick, but it's like you put them all together in that one holiday there, and it turns out presents under the tree is all just based on drugs.
I want to see story time with Dave.
Dude,
Telling your son. Telling your son the tales of how Santa's costume became what it is.
oh, I can't wait. I keep
great.
learning more. I want to learn more and more about why things are what they are because it never made sense to me.
Right.
And I was doing a show for vets, and my basically cousin was like, "You've never heard of?" I'm like, "No, what?" And he like shows me this whole video, and like, dude, it was amazing.
Of this, what you just talked about.
Yeah,
right now.
dude, it's
That's
all
so
real.
Insane. All right.
It's like you and the pigeons. You blew
Yeah.
my mind with the pigeons. Like, oh my God, that is why we have so many pigeons everywhere.
They love
Because
us.
we needed them.
We treat them as if they're
just-
vermin.
We freaking threw them away like trash.
Yeah, they
They're
are
like little amazing birds, and we don't even know
Machines.
why or how they know how to navigate.
Yep.
Like we don't know scientifically how birds like that navigate, but we just treat them like rats,
now.
which are probably also very smart.
Because Rick, listen, we invented a phone that gives us a dopamine release. We don't care.
Yeah, you're stuck on that,
pigeons.
sucker.
Yeah, we now have a synthetic. Ugh.
I'm gonna
I
start
didn't even know that about witches. So that was that a Halloween thing then?
Well, that's just why they're depicted flying on
with
broomsticks. like that.
broomsticks.
All psilocybin.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
Yeah.
Man,
The more you know.
We got a new tradition in my house.
Hell yeah, you do. Break out the broomstick and the salve.
Not that, the mushroom.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, that's
Never mind. What?
yeah, they just do a
That could be something new for Christmas.
just do a Dahmer every Christmas. Yeah, if I
That is the
still
meaning of Christmas.
well, because I think back because so many drugs now are used, like psilocybin, ketamine, stuff that is essentially was demonized,
Right.
is now being used to treat and very effectively depression, all that. I mean, it's no SSRIs that hurt when you go off of them, and I know from experience that make you, knock out a window at the Mandalay Bay.
But that's why they demonized those drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they could
Keep it away.
Profit off their own proprietary
Mm-hmm.
formulas.
exactly. Well, and just the amount of drugs that worked for the pharmaceutical companies before they had to make them illegal. I mean, Germany was all like before Hitler.
Right.
Dude, it was just meth, coke. Everything was just completely legal.
What was Hitler on?
Meth.
It was meth, right? And he had all of his soldiers on meth.
On meth, that's why they were
Crazy amounts of meth. There's a story of one of the soldiers that had like the platoon's meth stash, and they all got killed, and he was behind enemy lines or something, and he had to take all of the meth to get, like, he was in the Alps or some crazy like snow place, and he had to get out, so he just took all the meth. He didn't do it on purpose. Like, he took some, but then he was like forgot, and then took some more, and then took some more, and then they found him like strung out, crazy on our side.
Oh, really?
He was just like on crazy amounts of meth that you, as a human, you shouldn't be able to do.
I would have thought he just became a super soldier.
Basically did. Basically did. I wish I could remember the name.
The tiniest bit of
Bone Heifer. That's his name.
Bone
Heifer.
Oh man, I forgot what the whatever.
Blitzkrieg? Are you talking about the book?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Have you read it?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, it's a
great.
very good
Blitz
book.
is great.
Yeah, Blitz to Blitz. That's what it's called.
Yeah, and then he has a follow-up too that I just read, which is it's just a picture of the helmet and then just it's dripping a rainbow color. I couldn't believe it was just at the airport. I was like, this is cool.
Really? All right.
Yeah, and that goes deeper into like the depression of just before World War II, and then how all of a sudden Hitler, who I think may have been an actor a bit, rose to power.
Oh.
Interesting.
It's also interesting how they were able to use meth to essentially like turn off the emotional centers of their brains to commit the atrocities.
Yeah,
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that was a big part of why it was so easy to just murder everyone.
Oh yeah,
Or just doing what you were told. You were doing what you were told under
meth and stuff like that. You
Heavily
take enough of it,
drugged.
you have no emotional regulation at all.
detail.
Like,
no.
That's what the berserkers, the Viking berserkers were was it mushrooms? I think it was mushrooms.
I don't know.
Correct me in the chat, but it was something like that. It was psilocybin, or it was something that they would all take and then go into battle and be like insane.
Because meth was chemically created there,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was put into pill form. So, I mean, you could go to the pharmacy and get them. But then by the time the depression after World War I happened, I mean, people were doing all kinds of things.
I'm
to
sure,
get that,
yeah.
You hear the story about why even pharmaceutical drugs are even advertised on TV.
No.
You ever heard this?
I may have, but
This is the story behind it is that no one's ever going to go to their doctor and say, hey, put me on Keytruda for whatever the hell
Right.
your ailment is.
I don't know what it is.
It's because those pharmaceutical companies spend so much money on these networks, so the networks don't do any deep dive investigations into the drugs.
Oh, that makes sense. If they sponsor the shows, they don't have to worry about
Exactly.
it. So, yeah.
You never see any kind of a network dive into anything from Pfizer, anything about SSRIs. Think about all that stuff.
We need to look at all the old commercials, too, that are like, ask your doctor about Ambien.
Exactly.
You lose your show on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
AIDS. You remember AIDS?
AIDS
that
was
wasn't a medicine.
AIDS.
It was a dietary.
I think there's an AIDS vaccine now. I swore I heard somebody say.
Oh, really?
You're right, though. There was a diet medicine called AIDS.
AIDS.
Oh, there was. It was AYDS.
Yeah.
And it was like little chocolates.
Yeah, there were little chocolate.
And there's a lady who's like, I just take AIDS, and that's how I lose all this weight.
Not for nothing. Anybody I've seen with AIDS loses a lot of weight.
That's true.
I mean, look, yeah, it was true. Some people were like, oh, you're not using the chocolates? And they were like, no, I just have sex with men. Discriminate.
vigorously. It helps.
May I use your bathroom to throw up? But now it's
All my friends are dead.
yeah. But now they have PrEP. It's gonna be weird to ask your doctor about PrEP, but people do.
Yeah.
I bet it's
right?
not weird anymore.
No, you're like, could I get PrEP?
Those commercials have made it look really normal. You know?
Yeah. When you have a trans lady that's Asian surrounded by naked men.
Riding a
Cutting
bicycle.
vegetables.
And all of a sudden it's just during a football game.
That's for a Jaguar commercial.
Dude, how
we should
much?
talk about that. Okay.
Can we talk about the Lions?
Yeah.
We have to, because I gotta say, how great was it to watch them win, and then how funny is it that the coach of the Bears got fired?
The next day.
Right after.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. He didn't call a timeout. He thought the quarterback knew the time for some reason to throw the ball. No one was paying attention, and I'm watching this with my son, and I'm like, damn, we're going to lose the Thanksgiving game right at the last second. And the clock just kept going, and I was like, is this real? And then we just won.
Everybody, literally, the announcers were saying, how come he's not calling a timeout?
Call it.
I'm literally watching the game in the hotel room with my girlfriend. We're going, how come? And she's going, how come you're not calling timeout? And no one can understand why he did what he did.
I'm thinking he threw that game. It might be a little betting.
Unbelievable.
I mean, he threw his career away. I wouldn't want to walk around.
Big enough bet?
Yeah, but I mean, you're walking around Chicago with a lot of people that want to hurt you.
You mean MAGA country?
Yeah, Mega. You know how they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
String you up.
with their. God, I can't believe that's real. My sandwich is intact.
Yeah, 2 a.m.
The two blackest guys. Where were they from anyway?
Like Uganda.
Yeah,
they were like from Africa. They weren't from America. They were from Africa, dudes. Like,
It's like, put on these hats. The cameras won't be able to tell. I'll tell you what, though. That game was a miracle. But you know what else is a miracle?
what is that, Dave?
That is Miracle Made sheets.
Ooh.
Traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. Ugh. It can lead to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses. Ugh, but these are self-cleaning. I mean, you still want to wash them occasionally, but they whisk off 99.7% of the bacteria growth, and that means way less laundry.
Oh, yeah.
It's a miracle.
6 months in between washes.
That's right. Complete opposite of what the coach of the Bears did that day to destroy his own
Shit the
career.
bed.
Yes, you don't. Yeah, well, I think that even Miracle can admit shit the bed is a fair analysis
Yeah.
because that's what. I mean,
Happened on.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not tying the sheets into a rope.
It should.
But Miracle is so confident.
Different brands sheets.
A different brand.
Not these, obviously.
yes.
Because as soon as he touched his neck,
I
he'd be like,
bet-
I need to live more so I can experience this for longer.
They're probably strong enough to.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, they're durable. I mean, if you're going to ruin your whole team, they're a durable brand of tie sheets.
And your fan base.
If not, I'm sure somebody else is making it for you. But yeah, Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. And all you have to do is use the promo code NORMAL, and you will get 40% off. But then at checkout, you're going to get 20% more off.
Whoa.
Plus, you're going to get 3 free towels.
Crazy.
It's the holidays.
That's right. You're going to get a hand towel,
Hand towel, face towel,
body towel.
body
towel.
towel.
So yeah, go to trymiracle.com/normal and use code NORMAL to claim free 3-piece towel set and 40%. What is it going to hurt besides your comfort? You're going to be so comfy.
And it's money back guarantee. So if you don't like it, just send them back.
And they're going to be delivered to you by the former Chicago Bears coach.
He will have to.
And a guy who's dropping mushrooms down your chimney.
Thanks, Mushroom Guy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Miracle and Mushroom Guy, for sponsoring our episode.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Let's get into Hunter. We got to talk about
Yeah, we gotta
speaking
do
of drugs. Hunter. Hunter Biden was pardoned by his dad. Let's see. We have footage of him right after he was pardoned.
Mine. But lately something's changed. It ain't hard to find. Gotta tell the girl and I wanna make a mine.
So yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I wish I could play that entire clip.
Yeah. Just have to fill it in with the
Dude,
rest.
I went back to watch Boogie Nights, and it's like my
After we talked about that.
dude. There's just an Asian kid lighting up.
The background just popping him. Why?
He's just
Fantastic movie.
freebasing, yeah, singing.
Alfred Molina is the best part of the movie. I'm just gonna say. I love it.
And then you just have John C. Reilly, Thomas
sitting
Jane,
on the-
and yeah, Mark Wahlberg, and they're like, I really want to leave. Shirtless guy.
Just sitting on the couch like, oh, get out of here, please.
Dude, it's such a good scene. There's also a scene where they're doing Blow that got cut out with them arguing about if he just did his lines or not.
Really?
Yeah, and there's a whole, I think we talked about the John C. Reilly files.
Yeah.
Where it's like another hour and a half film just based off the improv he did, and like the stuff in the music studio is probably the best.
Oh, seriously? From Boogie
Yeah,
Nights?
because remember he records the song,
Right.
like, you got the touch, and then he's talking to the sound engineer. He's like, I think the bass is drowning out my vocals. It's like, no, I think it's fine. He's like, no, I think my vocals, we need more of it. But yeah, Hunter was pardoned by his dad.
After repeated questions to Hunter, to Joe Biden and the government saying, hey, are you going to pardon your son? Are you going to do it? Nope. The answer is no. It's definitely going to be no, and it's always going to be no. Just kidding.
And he lied. Derek, tell us a bit about it. What do you know?
I am stunned. I am stunned that he pardoned his kid. Who saw that coming? He said no. Convicted in June of 3 separate felony charges. Hunter Biden.
Related to purchase of a revolver in 2018 when he was battling an addiction to illegal drugs, which he lied about on paperwork to obtain the gun. He also pled guilty to 9 tax evasion charges in a separate case in September. But I mean, really, how are you going to get that Ukraine money back? Biden said in a statement Sunday that today, I signed a pardon for my son Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision-making, and I kept my word, as I have watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. Come on, man. Where's my car? I don't want to go duck hunting. Should I walk towards the light? But I'm not ready. The president argued the full and unconditional pardon applies to any crimes Hunter Biden may have committed from January 1st, 2014.
10 years, man.
December 1st, 2020.
What the hell?
Oddly enough, wasn't that, if I'm not mistaken, the same time frame when he took over, when he took his position at Burisma?
Oh, you're spot on, yes.
For the big guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Convenient.
When he took that position with the Ukrainian energy company.
Oh, you're right. When he was doing the meetings in the Beverly Hilton to figure out, also the Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Dude, you're right. Mr. Biden did not address the... Sorry, it's like Mr. Rogers. Sorry. Mr. Biden did not address the pardon with reporters after boarding Air Force One for his trip to Angola. He said, I have admitted, and this was, I believe, is this Hunter?
Hunter,
yes. I have admitted and taken responsibility for my mistakes during the darkest days of my addiction. Mistakes that have been exploited to publicly humiliate and shame me and my family for political sport. Despite all of this, I have maintained my sobriety for more than 5 years. Hunter Biden said in a statement that Sunday night. He then continued, half a decade is a long time, so if anybody has any cocaine, please meet me at my house. I'm the guy getting peed on by a conga line of Russian whores.
He got a mulligan so he could do it all again.
I mean, it's fair.
It's a fresh start.
Look, it's pardoned. It's all new.
Completely drug-free for 5 years. I mean, let's take away that little, that little packet of blow that was found at the White House.
Nobody knows where that came from.
Yeah, we don't know.
That was one of those little guys that dropped it through the chimney.
Yeah,
exactly.
The White House.
Well, actually, after watching Kamala's video of her addressing everybody on Thanksgiving, it may not have been Hunter's.
I saw a video,
God.
and somebody had edited it in like a wine bottle, and it's like you're drunk and on Thanksgiving. She's like, "Listen, don't ever let anybody take your spark."
Don't take your light. Don't ever let
Bridget Vetasi said, me on cocaine in the bathroom, not letting my friend get out while I'm giving her a pep talk.
Yeah.
He was so...
It was so unhinged, man.
It was the worst thing. Like, whoever does her PR...
They should have saw that and went, we're not releasing this.
Don't let anybody take your spark. I'm still the active vice president.
Zero quality control with that campaign.
Exactly.
Zero.
Dude.
So what is the staying power of a pardon like this? It's just like indefinitely forever? I mean, he's just
Yeah.
can't
For
go back
those
to...
crimes, right?
Yeah.
It's like a magic wand.
I mean, once you're pardoned, I mean, Trump pardoned a lot of people too. One of them might be in his cabinet, and then you also have, and then you have Kwame Kilpatrick, who was pardoned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can't reverse a pardon?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Couldn't pardon Tiger King?
He should pardon Tiger King.
He should. On the way out, just throw him a bone.
He should not only pardon him, he should give him 3 tigers.
And a cabinet position.
I agree.
Maybe not the tigers.
Okay,
One
I'll
male
take that
tiger and
back.
2 female tigers, and then he can make a whole new dynasty.
What if he gets big cats?
Just big...
Just fat
Just
cats.
it was
Big
fine.
fat cats.
Garfield
Yeah,
cats.
Okay.
Big fat orange Garfield cats.
You should pardon Tiger
Not
King,
tigers.
though.
You should pardon Tiger King. Why not?
I don't know what he did to get into prison, but yeah.
Attempted murder.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He tried to hire a hitman.
I like how you said that so matter of fact. You're like, oh yeah, that's right. Attempted
Forgot
murder.
about that.
Yes.
Makes sense now.
Well, I was watching this movie by force called Hitman, which actually it was decent. Richard Linklater directed it, but it's basically about how there aren't really hitmen. And I mean, obviously with the mob and all that, there are.
Right.
But there aren't really you can't just find a murderer for hire. Like anytime you do that, you're just talking to a cop.
Cop.
Yeah.
Like anybody who does that, just don't do that. It's a
And
police
hitmans
officer.
aren't as good as you think they are. You know, you're thinking like the video game Hitman or in the movies, they're like
yeah.
dead. But I saw an article where a guy went to prison because he was a hitman for some cartel, and he shot somebody like 28 times. I'm like, what do you?
It's
that's
excessive.
That's too much.
I
You
say
need to train better.
I say 24 most.
Come on.
You got to make it
It's
look like a
embarrassing.
crime of passion, though.
Yeah, well, that's true, I guess. But he
That
got
is
caught.
true. But then there's these Ring doorbell cameras everywhere. That's the real problem.
No, right?
You can't kill anybody.
Can't get
anymore.
around it.
No, that's just way too difficult
They have
now.
like
Why bother?
forensics and crap.
Yeah, they got drones everywhere. People are watching you.
Surveillance state is out of hand.
I had a bit I put out today about that. If you get away with killing 10 people before they catch you,
saw that.
you get to get out of jail.
In this day and age, yes.
Right?
Yes.
You know horror.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If you kill that many people, come on, man.
We definitely know what happened to JonBenét.
Oh, now.
Oh, gosh.
Wait,
you guys
wait.
watch the documentary?
I haven't watched it
I
because I
haven't
watched
finished it.
15 million
It's-
JonBenét Ramsey.
It's so much.
I mean, I finished during it, but I haven't
well,
finished
of
it.
course. Yeah, that's a given.
Did it explain where the pineapple
They didn't even
came
touch.
from?
They didn't even touch on the pineapple. This whole thing was
What a sham.
It was a thing done by the Ramseys to like make them look innocent.
Bull crap. That's why I didn't watch it. I was
the
like, I don't need
pineapple?
to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
JonBenét was a swinger?
No, well,
a beautiful
I mean,
baby
she
girl.
she was
She was found with pineapple in her stomach.
Oh.
And the question is who fed
was-
her the pineapple?
It was Burke's pineapple.
It was sliced.
and they think
Who did it?
for years they convinced us it was the brother because he was a little
Right.
off. And yeah, the idea
And you think
was
it's the mom because like she was a little.
I think it was the mom.
I think it was the parents.
I think it was the parents.
I think it was straight.
Allegedly.
I think it was
my
the mom.
opinion.
But I do think
And then
that
she passed away, and then it's like, oh, we
she got cervical cancer because God punished her for killing her daughter.
Well, her husband stopped
That
her
makes sense.
treatments without telling her.
Did he really?
Yes.
See, I haven't finished it. That's pretty funny.
Oh, man. Way to ruin
mystery,
it.
man.
What are you giving
Big
her?
mystery.
That was going to be my movie for Christmas. Thanks for
What are you giving her chemo
jacking
with?
it all up.
Yeah,
She goes,
Hershey
"When-"
syrup.
When's my next treatment? And he's like,
Oh, I'll just hook you up to this bag.
It's done. Oh, my God.
Oh, this doesn't feel as bad as the usual chemo. Oh, you must be getting better. Yeah, maybe you're right then.
What's it
Maybe it is
called?
the parents. I got to finish. You think it's both, Angela?
yeah, I think I think they were both involved, and I think the mom wrote the note, but I think maybe the dad is the one that
Oh, they did it. I
did it.
was thinking it's the other way. I think the mom did it, and the dad is covering up.
the note is too long and rambling for the dad to have written it.
Very woman
That's a good
storytelling.
It's such a woman thing. There's so many details in it.
I like your
What's this story? What's the story? What's the doc? Is it a documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Netflix right now.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, it's basically because they're uncovering all these '90s cases at this
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
And now the Menendez brothers, as you know, might be getting out very soon. I think they are getting out.
They are.
I mean, it's
What's the
looking like it, right?
What was the
Menendez?
question?
The Menendez.
Menendez
Menendez
brothers.
brothers.
You know, I haven't kept up with that one as much, but it does look like they're trying to appeal.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like there's a chance they might get out.
Yeah, it's something on TMZ. It says how the Menendez brothers spent their Thanksgiving. I'm like, really? This is
This is what we're keeping up with.
this is what we're watching?
There was a huge documentary on Netflix this summer. It was massive.
And then a TV show where it's acted out, where like Javier Bardem is their dad who gets like his hand blown off. Like you realize how brutal the murder was,
Right.
And then they just left the house, like they just cleaned their parents' blood off a white couch and just like, we'll give out candy on Halloween and just keep living our normal lives.
buy Rolexes and do all kinds of crazy stuff
Yeah.
with their money.
It was
One-
insane.
It's a weird.
But they claimed the dad molested them and was always abusing them, and I don't buy it. And a lot of people are going to disagree. I think the dad was abusive. I think he was strict. I think he was like,
Not to that level.
no, I don't think I just don't buy it.
How many years has he been in jail now?
Oh gosh, I guess
25.
Yeah.
early 90s.
Yeah.
25
30.
years or something? 30 almost, yeah.
I mean, I think they should get out now. They're not going to do it again.
Yeah,
We
would
don't
have
have any
another
more
set
parents.
of parents.
It was like OJ. Like, we really didn't need him.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't going to kill any more white
Did what he
women.
was doing.
You know. No more than...
Maybe another Jewish waiter. But we don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you never know. That's
Yeah.
true. He could have taken out a Jewish waiter, but I don't think he was going to start
Too many of those anyway.
attacking any more white women more than anybody else in the NFL.
There were so many women that would see him at bars in Vegas because he had lived over in Summerlin on the west side of Vegas.
Yeah.
And women would come up to him all the time at the bars and talk to him.
Playing with fire.
Why wouldn't you, though?
They're like, he's so charismatic, he's so funny, he's so nice. I'm like, yeah.
So was Ted Bundy.
yeah.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. You know what? I found out, too, recently is a guy got turned down by Jeffrey Dahmer. Can you imagine being in the apartment of Jeffrey Dahmer and the guy's like, it's not you, it's me. Like,
Not working for me.
I just think we should eat other people. Like, there's like a shrine of bones. He's having sex with dead homeless people, but you're a problem. Like, you're
You're too gross.
You have a
Too
drill
gross
on
for
the-
Dahmer.
What are you gonna do with that drill? Nothing. Nothing with
no,
that.
really. I'm just gonna clean it and ask you to leave. I'm just. Can you imagine that? That's got to be a blow to the
this
ego.
can of
Low
acid in the
self-esteem that
bathroom.
guy must have now.
I know he's probably like, there's just no more room in my fridge for you.
He's just laying in the gutter, just crying. just sad.
It's got to be fun. Like, there's got to be women out there where Ted Bundy walked up with a tire iron and then just changed her tire.
And they've never gotten over
Yeah,
it.
we don't. And then they're like, you didn't even hit me with. Like, I'm glad he didn't. But why?
What's wrong with me?
What was wrong with me? I couldn't fit into the front of a Beetle where the trunk is.
Which is a weird car to have when you know you're going to be transporting bodies.
It is. It's a good suspicious car, though.
Evil car.
But you're going for very specific sized bodies at that point.
That's true. You don't want to. Yeah, it's going to be rough if you're weighing down your Beetle.
Yeah, you're not going to be. It's not going to be. I mean, how many women in Iowa did he kill?
Yeah, probably. That's
Not
true.
many, I don't think.
Probably not many. He probably hit one with a crowbar and he's just dragging her to the Beetle and he's just like, this isn't going to work
I'm
at
gonna leave
all.
this under somebody
Gotta try
else's
to
name.
Tie her to the roof.
Maybe I'll just put her back in her car and drive her to the hospital. I mean, I'm not saying I'm in great shape, but I bet you Jeffrey Dahmer would have killed me and made love.
He would have.
Yeah, dude.
Sweet love.
I got room for new holes.
Do you now?
My doctor said.
That was your last physical?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got no.
Hey, if you got room for new holes.
It says it right here in the chart.
Yeah, he's like,
It's right here.
and it says that you want some new holes. I'm like, that's right.
Mhm.
My other ones are busted. And he's like, all right, let's find where do you want
Busted.
them?
They're stitched.
Shoulder? You
They're
want
oozing.
Back of the knee.
Where do you want that hole?
back in the knee. I don't ever want to walk again, but I want to make sure I can get donged in the knee.
If I can just get hornholed in the ACL, that would be great.
Right there.
Look, I'm not much of an athlete, but
Accurate
But I can appreciate a
Got
limp that
extra.
was well deserved.
Got abilities, you could say.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't have the best Thanksgiving.
What happened?
Well, what happened to this poor guy, who isn't from America but celebrating our holiday?
Foreigner.
I know, right? He got swatted on Thanksgiving.
As they should.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, like-
he got slapped.
Bad boy.
Yep. The LAPD, they responded to a call that a bomb had been placed in the actor-turned-politician's mailbox at the LA area home. Police busted into the house, but the only bombs they found were his last 17 movies. Arnold invited the cops to stay for turkey and to cream pie his maid.
She will.
She makes a fine cream
Oh, she
pie.
does. Yeah.
I knew a guy, and actually, you know the guy too. I'm not going to say his name. Who had a maid that would come to his house, and
Oh, yeah.
and he.
Please beep out that name.
He had a maid that came by and cleaned the house and then cleaned him.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like a happy ending massage kind of thing, or
The whole shot.
No, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
are
Literally.
all maids doing that?
I don't think so.
Is that a maid thing? I mean,
No.
I mean, the one that he
I've
found.
never had a maid. I don't know how it works.
But do they clean?
Massage therapists, I think that they're doing it.
Yeah, but do they clean after? Like, you wouldn't want to clean
would
the whole
hope so.
house
Oh,
and then
yeah.
ruin the sheets you just washed.
Yeah, that'd be.
True.
You'd be like, it's like that episode of Seinfeld where he's like, wait, what did I just pay for? 'Cause he's having sex with his maid.
Wait.
The place is filthy.
Wait a second.
But I guess that's a common thing to hire a maid that also does.
it's called a bang maid.
Is that it?
I thought that was like a fantasy thing. Like that's like a doesn't actually
Like Google that, or did you just know
It
that
was-
off the top?
it's
of
like
your head?
what- It's always
it's like what
funny.
LeBron James would wear to a Diddy party.
Ah, yes.
Little French maid.
Yes.
Is it? There's got to be a lot of that, though.
I would
A
imagine.
lot of people have sex for money. I think they do.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a lot.
You just normally don't have like another job as a cover for it
Right.
Yeah.
in most places. Like what
Yeah.
plumber?
Plumbers, yeah, but it
Plumber,
would
yeah.
usually be a guy.
goes back.
It's a delivery boy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
every 70s porno.
Exactly.
Was
So I'm
the
saying that
pizza
so's the
delivery
maid.
boy.
But that's
Pizza,
actually
the plumber.
Do you know how many cold pizzas got delivered late? I bet you that's why Domino's started the half-hour thing, because they're like, we need you to stop having sex with everybody who you bring.
annoyed off.
You guys simply have got to quit fucking the customers.
I was a
Drop off the damn pizza.
You know, my husband worked for AT&T and he would go into people's houses and
Yeah.
do their wires and stuff. And a lot of people have tried to get him to have sex with them in their
Yep.
house. Yeah. How do you know?
because I have AT&T.
And another hole from your husband.
That's why you got him in the shirt.
I mean, you're going to some stranger's house.
It stands for ass and tickle time.
It was a cover the whole time.
No, I delivered pizzas.
And people would do that
Were they
too?
propositioning you?
Not all the time, I shouldn't say it like that. But I remember one time I went up to this house and this woman, obese would not even, like, it was difficult. Like, she was holding on to a railing on her front porch, but she had lifted up her dress so I could see what was her vagina, which looked a lot like that thing in the guy's stomach in Total Recall that's like, and she's like, do you, I swear to God, it was on, I think it was Devonshire was the street, but she goes,
You don't forget that street.
no, dude, I
you
didn't
do
forget
not.
the house. And
No.
she was like, you sure you don't want to come in? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to like throw the pizza at her so I don't have to get close. I'm like, oh, my car's running. I got to just, oh, don't worry about the tip. You know, I'll pay for it. It's good. But yeah, you would get a few
She
times.
wanted you to give her a
If
tip.
you she did.
She wanted the tip.
But I
Throw the pizza at her, and her vagina would eat it like.
That's what
you
I-
see those hippos at the zoo when they throw like a cantaloupe, and it just chomps on it.
Just a big hippo eating a pumpkin.
It's one of those big Venus flytrap.
Yeah. But it was honestly like, dude, it wasn't maintained. It looked like a,
It couldn't possibly. How do you get down? You
it's for me, it looked like a
possibly do
dead
that.
owl.
It's just like,
It's like there's no amount. Even then, I was like 16 or 17. I could get a boner if I rubbed against a counter wrong. But looking at her, I couldn't.
man.
You picked it up.
Yeah.
Picked up her dress, and the whole vagina just turned its head all the way around.
Yeah, and like an older lady would always order fish and chips every day, and then she would request me, and I would show up, and she'd be like, "Do you want to come in?" And I'm just like, "You're like old." And I don't mean like old for when you're young. I mean, she was like 80. Like, best case scenario, you break a hip, die in your house, and I have to pretend it wasn't by
To
force.
Ashton Kutcher, that's what
Yeah,
you're
that's what I
doing.
mean.
I saw it from the window.
Yeah, I was looking in, and this poor old lady was dead on the fish I gave her.
That means it's had to have worked at some point.
Oh, I bet you in her younger years.
Somebody's out there right now that took that offer.
Oh, yeah. She's
Well, it's funny how you qualified that. You said old by actual old standards,
Yeah,
not
like-
old by young standards. Because when you're young, 15, 16, whatever you were delivering.
A 30-year-old.
30s old.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, she was like my grandmother old.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, not good. No. I mean, and I don't know about what I would think now, but I don't deliver fish no more.
Did she show you her vagina?
No, thank God. No, that was
You
only
guys
the
kept the lights off.
Yeah. She had a strobe light. I couldn't tell what from what. But did you ever have one of those jobs, like delivering?
No.
No, I
Never?
never delivered. No.
I was never allowed to deliver, but at the Potato Shack once I got approached for like a threesome with an older couple.
Oh, I figured you were.
18.
I mean,
It's a potato shack.
you're a girl. You've had to
Potato
have.
Shack, though. Why are you scoping out college students at the Potato
Oh,
Shack?
because they think you're broken.
I
they're
was.
like,
See what I'm
They
saying?
were
Potato
right.
Shack girl.
Yeah, they're like, this girl has low standards.
She smells like
She'll get it.
potatoes.
Is that lunch?
It was the dinner
You
rush.
smell like French fries.
Well, it can't be like dinner rush because then
Yeah, special sauce.
you're busy, you know.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, it was a Potato Shack in a, in a college town. We weren't ever that busy.
I didn't even know a potato shack was a thing till right now.
It's great.
Until she told me about
Yeah.
working at the Potato
Super
Shack.
good.
Is it good?
Sounds
So
really
good.
the fat guy
It's super
all over
good.
here.
Is it a lot of college campuses then?
No, I think they just had him at A&M.
Oh,
It was just a privately owned thing. It wasn't
local.
like a chain. Yeah.
But you ever do that when you pull up to like a McDonald's and there's like a smoke show working and you're like, what?
What are you doing here?
What's good? Like I hired a company to clean up the poo in my backyard not from me, from my dogs, and
It's like the way nature feels.
well, because I knew,
You ever go outside and you're like, this is how we're supposed to dump.
yeah, but like, yeah, this is what you do. But my dogs go too.
Yeah.
But I hired this company because I knew my son wouldn't pick it up very well. And one time, this girl who pulled up gets out, and she's like a smoke. Like it could have been in slow motion from an '80s movie, except she's holding a shit scoop.
Baby Kate. Out of the pool.
But I'm like looking at her out the window. I'm like, what in the world? And Tammy can get jealous, but I was like, honey, look. And even she was like, oh my God. I'm like, what happened to her? Because she was just like, I'm like, I feel like I should go outside and give her a 20 because it shouldn't be this way. She's beautiful.
That's what
shouldn't be
she's making
here.
a ton of money by people just giving her money because they're like, you shouldn't be.
Was this hired from the county, like part of the corrections department, and she might have,
I'm guessing
made
her.
some bad decisions?
I'm guessing her dad was Mr. Scoops.
Mr. Scoop.
And was like, look, you're gonna go out there this summer and learn what it's like to roll up your sleeves.
If I'm going to give you the company,
Yeah.
you got to
Wouldn't-
understand what's involved.
Wouldn't porn feel less degrading?
You're picking up.
Yeah.
shit.
As a woman, I would probably
Probably.
rather do that than
Yeah.
pick up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pay someone to pick up shit. I might do porn. I mean, no one's gonna want to watch it, but I might do it.
There's a lot of people that do.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, they'll be into it.
Yeah, they're
Yeah. I mean, it's sad. I put on cat ears.
You have no idea how many times I type in Dave Landau in my Pornhub search.
I know it rarely comes up.
No.
Rarely.
What are we talking about? So speaking of porn,
I keep getting some delivery lady who bikes up her skirt.
I wish I had a camera back then.
No, you don't.
No, I do, because I feel like she should have gone to jail.
Well, you were underage.
I was.
Yeah, that was a.
Well, actually, Michigan
Prime.
16. I was primed, and I could have said yes,
Wow.
and we could have had some legal sex.
Is Michigan 16?
Michigan 16.
Holy shit, I had no idea.
Trust me, boy, have I had to double check.
What year were you born?
Yeah, I had some friends that went away for being 15 and 17.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Yikes.
not good.
You don't have the Romeo and Juliet law?
Yeah.
No, they ended up making some MTV movies. I probably shouldn't talk about it, but yeah, it was.
When you're 17 and they're 15, they don't split the difference.
No, they were pissed. Well, one was 18, one was 19. It became quite a scandal, and it was like,
Really?
would all the seniors have sex with the freshman girls? That's just what would happen. I don't know if that was the same
It
at your
happened
school.
in my school, too.
Yeah,
That's just
it's
cool.
very common.
Well, they would take them to the potato shack at her school
Yeah.
That's right.
and farm them out for threesomes.
They would just
Yeah.
have sex with them anally, though, because that's
You Mormon?
yeah,
Doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
It was so matter of fact how you said that.
Seriously, several.
People believe that.
Seriously.
People, yeah, ear
That's
as
the
well.
breeding.
That's a sort of
Soaking.
thing.
You know soaking? You know what soaking is?
Back of the knee? What?
There's also the one where you get on top of a woman and then your friend shake the bed, and
Yeah.
somehow
Soaking.
that's a loophole. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
form of soaking.
You insert, but you don't move, and the friend jumps on the bed, and you
Because if you're doing the friction
serious.
yourself,
and it's
that's
you're
not
sinning.
allowed.
You're
Yeah.
kidding me.
Nope.
No.
Nope. That's how I lost
It's a
my V
phenomenon.
card.
Were you the jumper?
And how you gained a friend.
Yeah, does it count for the jumper as well?
I was the jumper. Eventually, they let me hop in. It was like double Dutch. They were all clapping. They're just like, get in.
Was that guy the best man at your wedding?
Yeah, yes, Jimmy.
You know,
Dude, I have to show this picture.
remember-
Were you in the guy or the girl?
I mean, look, Angela, they were both asses.
and it was dark. Leave him alone.
Yeah, the strobe light was going.
I have to show this, and I don't even care if the audience gets it right now, because I just want Derek to see it. Derek does know the best man at my wedding, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, I found his doppelganger, and it is...
You sent me this picture the other day.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Imagine if this is one of your very best friend's doppelgangers. I don't know if there's a way to zoom in on that, but that is a man playing a giant
flying
V.
Flying V.
It's a homeless guy with a flying V and a gold chain standing outside of a FedEx truck.
Where the hell was this?
And it's identical to my friend.
That's weird.
It's the
You
best.
sure it wasn't your friend?
Dude, I sent it to him. I didn't even have to add context.
He just knew.
He just knew. He was like, when was this taken of me? Greatest
I
doppelganger.
blew it up. It looks just like him.
It's identical.
Spot on.
Amazing.
Weird.
Well, speaking of sex work, I just want to make sure we don't have another sponsor.
Hunter.
Okay. We do. Great.
Well, just Blaze.
Oh, okay. We can wait.
I mean,
till
it's
Hot
Blaze.
Shot Blaze.
Oh, this is sex workers' rights. Belgium's sex workers get maternity leave and pensions under World First Law. So now they actually get to take some time off. One worker said, I had to work while I was 9 months pregnant. Says Sophie, a sex worker in Belgium. I was having sex with clients 1 week before giving birth. She juggles her job with being a mother of 5, which is, quote, really hard. Probably not as hard as that baby was taking it in the face from every client. Anyway, when Sophie had her 5th child by cesarean, she was told she needed bed rest for 6 weeks. But she says it wasn't an option. So she had to go back to work immediately. I think if you're
You need 6 weeks.
I think if you are a pregnant woman far enough along, that's child endangerment, and you should not be hooking.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
I mean, 8 months, sure.
Yeah, no, I mean like just the 9.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
At 9 months, at 9 months,
always on me when the worst thing.
Because you're the one saying it.
That's true.
at 9 months, the kid can actually reach out and tickle your balls while you're banging its mom.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
That's a threesome.
This is disgusting.
Cesarean.
How do you
Beyond
feel though? You have a baby. Wouldn't you feel weird?
no,
No, not when you're pregnant, even 9 months.
no. I think if it's in a country,
Not with your husband.
no. I think even if
Not a potato
me
shack.
personally probably would be uncomfortable, but like if you're a sex worker and you're in a country where, like Australia, where it's like legalized and everybody's being tested and everything is safe and above board, there's no reason that you can't have sex up until the baby's born.
Oh, if it's legal and tested and everything, that's a bit different. I
Right.
think in America, if you're doing it where
No,
it's not,
that's- nah.
I think that's child endangerment.
I would
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't imagine doing that to somebody out on
Regardless.
Yeah, you're just
8 Mile in Woodward.
Oh, you're just face painting somebody.
Just 9 months pregnant.
No, I think it's it's wrong. But that's why I think it's probably good to have things like maternity leave.
I think it is
You know,
good.
you get a couple. Yeah, I do too. You should get some maternity leave for your sex work in Belgium.
She gets more than me.
Yeah, I know that's
Is
great.
she like in an office scenario? Where is she?
No,
Is
it's
she just
sex
on the
work.
corner?
She works at Belgian
Probably a
Blue
brothel.
Waffles.
Maybe it's probably a.
That's just how it is in Europe.
No, they work at
Yeah, it's in a brothel, yeah.
Well, even when you go to
I guess if it's institutionalized, like it's a building that she goes to work.
Clocks
She's like,
in.
clock in,
Yeah.
and I'm getting my my 2 weeks a year or whatever.
Like Amsterdam.
well, I
Also
mean,
get
most
maternity leave.
countries, I guess not most, but so many countries have a better work system than America where you get time it's paid leave and everything. It's kind of sad how we don't compete with a lot of other first world nations. But the first time I saw like a real brothel was when I went to Quebec.
Okay.
And the Montreal Comedy Festival.
Okay.
And you're just like, it's like basically you can get poutine right here. There's like a Starbucks that's really nice, and then it's just like a whorehouse with a sign that's as nice as a Starbucks. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't go. I had friends with me, but but it's an odd thing to see because it's like there's a cleanliness to it.
Right.
Where in America, like when you see a strip club, you have to drive past like 30 buy here, pay here car lots. Right.
Yeah, a Mint Mobile store.
Yeah.
And then a tattoo parlor.
A couple Cricket Wireless.
Wireless, yeah. Mint Mobile.
Yeah.
Captain Jay's Fish Shack.
Yeah, a Big Lots.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when you finally get to the Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Pawn shop, yep.
Nothing
there you
against strippers. I mean, some
they do whatever.
It's an art. An art.
Well, basically in Detroit, they're legalized whorehouses now.
Well, they're not going to stop you.
No.
I mean, if you want to go in there and you have $30 and you brought your own condom.
Well, now they make it sound romantic.
We had that where my buddy went. We went to, Ontario for his 19th birthday, as everybody goes to Windsor. Oh. And there was a stripper, and we paid her, and we were like, look, I want you to show him a really good time. We were all 19, so we're like, we meant long lap dances. So then he was real quiet like the rest of the day. And then by the end of it, he's like, she had sex with me. I didn't have a condom. I think I got AIDS, man. And I'm just like, well, happy birthday. And he ended up being fine.
You're an adult now.
We didn't know that she was going to do that. Like, we were too young and stupid.
Gosh.
We just meant, like, show him a good time, like, go
Give
back
him some
there.
attention.
Yeah.
Oh, my
and,
God,
think it would be that cheap.
fantastic.
Yeah.
as well. Like,
How much did you give her?
Oh, man. I mean, it was Canadian at the time. So
Yeah, so-
a lot of loonies and toonies.
so it's worth more.
You got, yeah.
Oh, no, less.
Oh, less at the time.
Yeah, less at the time. Yeah. No, Canadian was worth much less, but I mean, we probably gave her a couple $100 between like 6 or 7 of us.
Kind of a lot.
No, it was definitely a sex amount of money.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We didn't know. But that was a place where you could put you would put a coin on the stage and the girls would pick it up. You remember that?
That's depressing.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Oh man.
I remember one time.
Because it's the loonies and toonies, which is the $1 and $2 coins up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you could lay on the stage, not as I was told by people, and you could roll up like a 10 in your mouth and like lay back on the stage, and the girl would like lean down and pick it up with like her breasts or whatever,
Like
Oh,
push them
breasts.
together
Okay.
and take it out of your mouth. Yeah.
I was thinking other cheeks.
Yeah. Oh no, they would, and anything that could pick it up. And one time, a girl came up to it, and she had this stiletto and just stomped right next to my head, and she was like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "Wow, I will never do this again." This was terrifying. I thought we were all having
Don't
fun here.
degrade me.
Yeah, and I was like, "You're degrading yourself."
I saw all kinds of shit like that working at the Booby Trap when I
'cause
was
you-
DJing over there.
Which, by the way, most horrific strip club in the history of
I
Detroit.
love the name though.
Look up Booby Trap if you can find it.
sounds
It's
It's
A
not
good
even there
name.
anymore. Now
No.
it's, yeah, it's, I don't know what it is now.
no, you and I went by Trump's. It's not there. Dude, 8 Mile we were driving down. It's just like all abandoned strip clubs and then new strip clubs next to it.
Why wouldn't they just take over the building?
You'd think I
Already got stages and
I've just
amplifiers already built.
No,
in?
Oh, that's like moving into a place that had asbestos.
yeah.
Oh, that's
no.
a good
You're not,
point.
you're
Yeah.
not serving anybody by doing that.
moving
fresh start.
moving into Diddy's house.
Yeah, just burn it to
I think
the
it's an
ground.
escape
Slippery
room
and-
now.
Is it really? I
Booby
think
trap.
it
Should've
always
been-
was.
It's always been an
That's
escape
hilarious.
room.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, except the host was a pimp.
It's a big lock on the front and it looks like a boob.
Put Booby Trap 8 Mile Detroit.
I did put Booby Trap Detroit.
Oh, then maybe it is an escape.
It is an escape room.
We should go do that.
It's hilarious.
You did
go do
DJ at a
that.
strip club for a long time. Yeah, you probably
did.
saw everything. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's rough.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Did
Seeing
you
it
ever
when I was.
save anybody?
I actually had knocked on the door because I was responsible to make sure that the girls came up on stage,
Yeah.
and I was in the DJ booth was way in the back, and so the main stage was on the far end of the strip club.
Yeah.
And so like I was shuffling through literally at the time records. So this is you're going back circa 1985.
Yeah.
So I'm digging through records and stuff like that, and all of a sudden, a little Iranian guy that owned the joint comes running back to the stage, and he starts pounding on the DJ booth, and he goes, get that whore on the main stage. And I'm like, I look up, and the girl's not there. So I got to go back to the dressing room.
You're just trying to play Tears for Fears.
Everybody wants to.
So I got to go back to the dressing room and knock on the door and find out where she's at. So I pound on the door, and I'm like, hey, looking for Jasmine, whatever the hell her name was. I open up the door, and she's laying on the floor. Blood's just pouring out of her nose.
What'd she do?
She OD'd.
Oh man!
And so then I go to I find some other stripper. I go, hey, can you get on the main stage? Help me out here. I got a cover, and I go to the front door. The doorman goes to the back and wraps her up in a robe and carries her through.
I was gonna say a rug.
Carries her
That's what I was thinking.
What's that?
We thought you were going to say a rug.
Both Angela and I at the same time said rug.
It might as well have been a rug. He wrapped her up in a robe and carried her through like a log in a competition on ESPN.
And then you heard 3 gunshots.
So all you see is her hair and like
Oh no!
and like blood was on the side of her hair, and the little Iranian guy that owned the joint goes running up to the doorman as he gets all the way up to the entrance, and he goes, "Don't bring her out the front door. Bring her out the back." So he takes her all the way back through the strip club again. The place is
She's
packed.
dying. Let's add time.
The place is packed. Yes, she's dying. We already exposed all these customers to this. Now, what they thought they saw, they're going to see again as he takes her out the back.
They're like, did we? Yes, we did.
And they go, should we call an ambulance? And he goes, no. He goes, you take her. So he throws her in the back of his car, the doorman, and takes her to Detroit Receiving Hospital.
Oh my God. Is she alive?
I have absolutely no idea.
I love too though that he's like, don't take her out the front because all the class of 8 Mile, like cars were gonna drive by and be like, this is gauche.
Egad.
Dude, that thing was like next to
Yes.
like a peep show, a liquor store, a gun shop, and the booby trap.
That place was so vile.
We used to do there's a peep show, and it was right by Piccadilly where we buy liquor.
Okay.
And every time a guy would be walking out really fast and suspicious to his car, we would just pull up as quickly as possible and go, pervert! And he'd be like, and then just drop like whatever he was buying and then like run to his car. It was so, every time it was funny.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Oh man. Well, I gotta tell you this. You know what else is fantastic?
What?
Blaze.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, Derek, your special is really great. It meant a lot to me what you wrote on the end of that, and thank you for doing it for this network. I really
You're welcome.
enjoyed it.
No, it was
you know
fantastic.
what? The
Thank
crowd
you for
loved
having
it.
They did.
Yeah.
The audience loved your special.
No, it was really cool.
Yeah, it's almost like I told the higher ups.
Almost.
Yeah, and then for some reason, I mean, who knows? I just fucking open your ears. So, if you like what we do around here, and you want a great way to let other people know what you're watching and listening to, you're going to love all the Blaze Media merchandise at blazemedia.com.
That's right.
Everything from Blaze Heritage and Blaze Media Collections to Agua Donkeys and our Trump Vance 2024 merch. Yeah. We have a lot of jackets, t-shirts, mugs, flags, hats, and a whole lot more. But more importantly, we have Derek Richards all in live from Black Garrett's Comedy Club in Las Vegas. And you can get these discounts, at least on the merch, 10% off using the code BLAZE10, or if you want to subscribe to the stuff, we're going to be doing more behind the paywall, like comedy specials. You can use the code NORMAL40, and that will get you 40% off the Blaze membership.
$40.
Which I guess
off.
is 40% off.
It's
It's
close.
$100.
It's close.
It's like right under $100.
$60 a year.
Yeah.
That's
I renewed
super
mine
good.
through that.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, to be able to watch everything with no commercials is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Except these commercials, because these are great commercials.
these commercials are fantastic. I'm talking about the ones that,
YouTube.
They roll through.
the YouTube rolls every 5 seconds.
But they do have some cool merch, and hopefully there'll be some cooler merch coming. But with ours, we're trying to put out some little more stuff for the people that support us financially, and that's why Derek is actually the person with the first comedy special on Blaze TV.
Very
Very
excited
proud
about
of
that.
yourself.
Nobody
was super
deserves
cool.
it more, Derek.
Thank you so much.
Not a
You've
single
done
person.
more for this show
For free.
Super cool.
than anyone. and
Ever.
Anyone.
I try to pay him.
Yeah.
Oh, and huge thanks to everybody who had watched it and had all the nice comments when we had it up on YouTube over the weekend. That was very, very cool.
Dude, it was really nice to see because I knew they were going to love you, and I was just very happy to see
It was fun.
how
Thank
many
you.
people
Thank
did.
you for making it happen. I
Oh, if you
appreciate
want to see that, normal 40, and it lets them know that you like us.
Yes.
So do that.
So one day when we audit them,
We could be like, look at these numbers.
Help us out.
someone's really got to start telling us what that is.
What the heck?
Huh? Daddy needs
Show us.
more money.
Come on now.
All right, I'm daddy in that scenario.
You are daddy.
All right, and that brings us to the end of the world.
Oh.
That's right.
Dave.
Nice.
A woman
Thank you.
was sentenced for killing and eating a cat in Ohio.
Of course.
27-year-old Alexis T. Farrell of Canton, Ohio, was arrested in August at a housing complex after she stomped on a cat's head to kill it and then began eating it.
So they are eating the dogs and cats.
Apparently.
As one does.
Now, if they made a movie based on this event, what would the title be? To be.
Garfield, A Tale of Blue Cities.
Angela.
Milo's Body and Otis.
Oh, I like it.
I'll go with Meowie and Me.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Well, with the curb stomp, I'm going to go with A Meowie History X. So, I mean, you know, I think, yeah, I know it's a terrible story, but it turns out they were eating cats. So anyway, thank you all for joining us. We will be back tomorrow. Again, you can see me this weekend in Port Charlotte. Where are you going to be?
I'll be December 20th and 21st at Laugh Out Lounge in Winter Haven, Florida, and then January 9th at Bay Mills Casino in Brimley, Michigan.
Angela Does Horror has a great new video on Thanksgiving, as well as Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, I got my Shining vlog coming out sometime
Nice.
soon.
Oh, nice.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and
And,
Jennifer's
Nega Garrett.
Body, I forgot, was great.
check it out.
And Nega Garrett, you can see as well.
Yeah.
So go check those out and continue supporting us. We appreciate you all very much for watching us. Have a great night.